everybody. All of us are in a pursuit of change. We want to change from the kind of life we live now. We want a better future. We want to change the lifestyle that we live right now, or maybe a change in the circumstances and the situations we are in. But we unfortunately end up being the ones who change. May the circumstances and our situations change or not. We all have lost people in our lives. We've lost people to death. We've lost people because they have migrated, and we've not been in touch with them. But I think the most number of people that we have lost should be because of broken relationships. And I'm saying this because I have been seeing time and again, over and over again, an era full of people who do not have gratitude. It's just missing in them. The quality that we once had is just missing in them. I may be guilty of it too, and I've tried my best to think and examine myself to see if I am missing this quality, and I've always tried to practice this quality every time I've got an opportunity to. But it is sad to see that not everybody think that way. We might have lost people, but the unfortunate thing is that it is because we have prioritized other things over people. The time where once people were the most important things, who are valued, have the least amount of value right now. People change. And it is a very, very sad thing to see. You know, the one thing that we initially valued were people and friendship and love and siblings and the love from parents. And as time goes by and as things are changing for us, we end up loving ourselves so much, self-love, putting ourselves on the throne. And as we get these blessings in this pursuit of finding change, hopefully for a better future, and as these blessings come in, we glorify the blessings to such an extent that we forget people around us. We start feeling that we are better than the others around us, and we forget the past. We forget the times where we didn't have anything and all we had were each other. We forget the times that we helped each other grow in different circumstances and situations. I want us to think about this scenario. Two people who deeply love each other and who've had plans of, wanting to spend the rest of their life together, eventually go about everyday living and end up, having arguments or fights and maybe not getting along and eventually drift apart. And it so happens that, the minute the drifting has happened, the once pursued after person is the worst person you can find on earth. The once deeply loved person is the person who brought so much of pain and shame to you. And we go about maybe bad-mouthing them, treating them bad if we see them around us. And the list goes on. And now this may not be the fact only with two people who are in a love relationship. It can be with siblings. We forget how many families have broken off because of property disputes, and how many parents and children have drifted away because the parents wanted a certain thing for the child, thinking that's the best, and the child has a different way of seeing life, and he or she has been fighting back and eventually drift away. Yes, I've had a difficult relationship with my parents in the recent past. Till my mother passed away, it was a lot of conflict that we were having in terms of marriage and who I'm supposed to marry, and mommy wanted certain things for me. But that conflict just kept me grounded because I didn't want to hurt my mother. I didn't want to go against her. I of course disagreed with her, but I agreed to disagree and still stick on and stay by her side while she was even fighting cancer. And I'm so glad I did that. Don't forget the times where Someone really stood by you, maybe fed you, took care of you, protected you when you had nothing. Maybe you've come down from a different place and you've lost everything, and you are here with us, and we have taken care of you, we've provided for you, we've given you all the attention that one could give you. And just because things don't go your way, your selfish motives are not fulfilled, you end up treating the same ones who blessed you once upon a time. I can't even say once upon a time. Some people just forget it overnight. And it is such a sad thing, and I'm sure a lot of you all are experiencing this. A lot of you have seen these things. Who we are today is a lot because of the things that we went through in the past. I am so grateful for all the pain that I've been caused by other people. I'm so grateful to all those people who left me. Because had I been with them, I might not have been as happy as I am today. I wouldn't have married Miriam. I wouldn't have been as happy as I am today. And I thank God for allowing those people to reveal themselves at a certain time. I was blinded with a lot of things. I'm so glad I was cheated upon. That today I enjoy this. And back then, yes, it was difficult. I went through a lot of pain, years trying to get over whatever happened with me. But then I am so glad that it happened today. And yes, sometimes we don't understand God's will. The question is, why God? Why are you allowing this to me? Why me? Why am I going through this? But when I look back at my journey in life, and I see how God has protected me from the ones He did not want me to be with, and has brought me to where I am today, that even when I had my doubts, God clearly told me what I had to do. And today I'm married to Miriam, and I can't tell you how happy I am. And I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. I have made an attempt not to badmouth people who have been in my past. I've made an attempt to treat them right every time I see them or when I talk to them. I've tried my best to keep my hatred and my anger away, which is normal to have, and constantly bless those who have hurt me or persecuted me. And this is unfortunate that not all of us see things this way, and it is unfortunate that not everybody think of this. You know, First Thessalonians, I've always said this, that I get my learnings from the Bible. And so First Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 16 onwards says, "Be joyful always, pray continuously, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Jesus Christ." It does not say be thankful in situations when you're blessed or when you're happy. It says be thankful in all situations. Your loved one left you, still be thankful, saying, "God, you are seated on the throne, and I know that you have a perfect plan for me. It is painful, it is difficult, but I'm thankful for that happening." Your business has fallen down, you be thankful, saying, "Lord, yes, my business has fallen. Now I have learned something new, and I do not want to make the same mistakes I've made again. Bless the work of my hand in the future." If mommy and daddy are not okay with you marrying somebody, yes, you may be striving and struggling. If it is God's will, He will move mountains, He will move the hearts of your parents. But if they are telling you not to, then there may be a reason, and God is allowing that to happen. The thing is, we always think we are on the throne. My feelings are important. What I feel is important. But we fail to understand that God needs to be on that throne. And the Creator knows the purpose of what He has created. And He will lead you and guide you to that which is the best thing for you. And I'm a living example for it. And as we start seeing life the way I've just explained, I think we need to develop an attitude of gratitude. Don't forget what people have done for you in the past. Don't forget the small blessings you have right now. Yes, maybe you've made a lot of money. Maybe you have everything in life. Don't forget everyone and say, "I don't want anything now. I'm done. I have what I need in life. Those people who were once with me, I don't want them in my life anymore. Maybe because I don't get along with them, or we had a dispute, we had a fight, and I'm breaking off with them." The biggest character a believer in Jesus should have is love and forgiveness. And if we do not dwell in them, we do not live out those characteristics, then we actually do not know the Lord Jesus Christ. Our prayers will never be answered. And so I want to encourage each of us to have an attitude of gratitude. Don't forget the ones who stood by you, those friendships you had in school or in college. Maybe you've had a dispute, maybe you've had a fight. There is no point going and standing at a coffin with someone you once loved and then saying, oh, how I wish I had reconciled with this person. It doesn't make sense to talk about someone at a funeral and say how good they used to be years back when you didn't use the opportunity you had to go stand by them when they were struggling in an illness or when they were having difficulties in life. So coming back to the idea that I want to leave, we need to have an attitude of gratitude. Don't forget the ones who have blessed you, even in the smallest things. Don't forget that in your struggles, there were people who set aside their blessings to come and stand by you. And it is because of those things that they have done that you are where you are today. It is because of those bad things or negative things that I experienced in my past that I am where I am today. And whether you like it or not, whether you like those people or not, be thankful to them. Be grateful to them. I'm not telling you to, constantly go back to being the way you are. I'm not even asking people to forgive and then go back to being the way you are. But when we don't forgive somebody and when we don't have an attitude of gratitude, when we think we are better than someone else, we are constantly carrying a baggage. We're constantly carrying a weight that is actually bringing us down, bringing our health down, there's so much of effort that we put to think of somebody and try to treat them a certain way. And that's like slow poison. And I want us to destroy that, break that, forgive someone genuinely because God knows your heart. And when you forgive somebody, you will feel released. And how often we say these things and we don't do it. And it is very, very unfortunate to see a lot of believers, a lot of people who claim to be followers of Jesus living a life like this. I think they are followers of themselves. And that's a very sad thing to do. So if you forgive someone, you can forgive them. You can be cordial with them from a distance. You don't have to go back to being the way you were. But be grateful for those things. Be grateful that God had placed them in your life. Yes, the question is, I love this person so much. Why did this person leave? Or Lord, if it was not your will for that person to be in my life, why did you even bring them? One of my mentors told me that, because I had this question, and then they said that God's purpose for them in your life was only for this season. It was only for this duration. And their job in your life was fulfilled and was accomplished. And God is taking it to the next step. And don't worry about them because it's going to be a learning for them as well. And God is taking them at a different place. The more they seek God. People would have left you for whatever reasons. You would have left people. I have left people. And I'm always grateful for all that they did. You have so many opportunities, you have so many thoughts where you can go and do something about these people who are actually talking bad about you or treating you a certain way or ruining your name in society. There are so many opportunities that I have had too. But then I think about the good moments that I've had with them, the happy moments. When I was down, these people were once my friends. They were like family. Or this girl was someone who I liked and I thought I'm going to have a future with her. And at that time, she really stood by me. And for that, I thank God. And I thank them, even though I may not do it to them face to face. In my heart, I thank God for them. I bless them wherever they are. And I try my best not to speak ill about them. I want to live with an attitude of gratitude. And I think all of us need to strive to do that. The opportunity is given to you. Why don't you examine yourself? Think about those people who you have hatred towards and anger towards. And also think about the times that you all were together, where you were good. So thank God that these people did not turn out to be the right company that had to accompany you for the rest of your life. But thank God for the good moments, because when you were down, those good moments always picked you up. And that was God's purpose for them in your life. And thank God that they are no more in your life right now, because God knew that they were just weighing you back. They were weighing you down, and you had to move forward. And you had to lose off all those negative chains. You had to drop off all the extra baggage that you were carrying to move forward. Have an attitude of gratitude. God bless.